When you look back in your life and remember cooler summers, but now you're walking in burning temperatures, you wonder what could have happened.
Some people blame this on global warming, where others fight it as completely natural.
Global warming has been causing overall temperatures on the Earth to increase at a slow pace. A general definition of the popular term is a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect caused by increased levels of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, and other pollutants.
Is this because of humans, or is it just the Earth being Earth? Since most people credit carbon dioxide for the rise in Earth's temperature, we will definitely look at the many things that release the harmful gas. Both of us have been researching global warming for the past week, and we are prepared to discuss what we have found, especially because our research includes data from scientists that specialize in and research global warming regularly.
We want to show both sides of the argument about global warming in hopes that you will understand the importance of this topic. This is relevant to everyone in this classroom because we all live on Earth. We should want to know what's happening. And more than that, I'm sure at one time or another, all of you have toyed with the ideas of global warming. So today, we are going to debate on whether global warming is man-made or not.
I will be arguing that global warming is a completely natural process.
And I will be arguing for the side of global warming being a man-made process.
Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or the IPCC, agrees that humans are the primary cause of global warming since the 20th century. But if you take a look at the facts, Jack Kenny, from the New American, a man that studies social science regularly, says from 1910 to 1940 there was indeed a 0.5 degrees Celsius increase in average global temperature. Then, for 30 years, until 1970, average global temperature remained very steady. After that, from 1970 to 2000, there was an increase of about 0.57 degrees Celsius. But in the most recent years, there has been a slight decrease in average global temperature, the exact opposite of global warming. This proves that average global temperature changes naturally and regularly, as it has throughout history. This graph shows the up and down, hot and cold temperatures that Earth has experienced since 2500 BC.
This year has average temperatures that are the highest that the Earth has ever seen before. Also, the temperatures are slowly increasing every year. Fossil fuels are the main cause in the rise of temperature because most CO2 emissions come from the burning of fossil fuels. According to NASA, 97% of climate scientists agree that climate warming trends over the past century are very likely due to human activities, and most of the leading scientific organizations worldwide have issued public statements endorsing this position.
Most people and scientists who blame humans for global warming say we produce too much carbon dioxide. But, just like temperatures, carbon dioxide emissions fluctuate for natural reasons, although humans do play a part. Other very large factors can also be considered and are considered. For an example, volcanoes release huge amounts of carbon dioxide when they erupt. The same graph I showed before has pictures of volcanoes at the point in time they erupted. As you can see, they mostly fall at the end of cold times, so they are most likely a natural way that the Earth's carbon dioxide fluctuates. When modern life evolved over 500 million years ago, CO2 was more than 10 times higher than today. Yet, life flourished at this time. Patrick Moore said to the members of the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee. He went on to say, "Then an ice age occurred 450 million years ago when CO2 was 10 times higher than today."
This graph shows the increase of man-made carbon dioxide emissions, and this shows a correlation with the temperature graphs because as the carbon dioxide emissions increase, so does the average temperature. This means that as humans increase their carbon dioxide emissions, they are also contributing to the rise of the world's average temperature. So global warming is man-made because it can't just be a coincidence that the carbon dioxide that humans are releasing is increasing at the same time the average temperature is. Global warming is caused by greenhouse gases trapping heat within the atmosphere. So this means that more CO2 that humans produce, the more heat that will be trapped in the atmosphere. This will cause temperatures to rise. OSSFoundation.us says that we are no longer in the natural cycle. We have largely departed from the natural course of climate change, and there is no natural mechanism that explains it.
Wow, that's interesting. In all my research, I never came across any data like yours.
Our research articles and data must have been pretty biased.
Yeah, even though our arguments were about the same topic, the data we found was completely different.
I guess some sources change data or only use data that supports their opinion, and that probably has to do with picking a reliable source that isn't very biased and at least shows the other side of their argument.
I'm glad we examined and shared both sides, and now that I know our data was probably manipulated, we can come to a neutral conclusion.
Yeah, I'd say global warming is really just the Earth's natural climate that has been sped up by human carbon dioxide emissions.
I agree,
So limit your carbon dioxide emissions.
and save our planet.